It's time for Coffee with the Chicken Ladies, a podcast for people who love chickens.
Hey everybody and welcome. It's Chrisie&Holly from Coffee with the Chicken Ladies. We're here and this is episode number 239 of our podcast where we talk about everything chicken, family, fun, and
more chickens.
More chickens. We drink a ton of coffee. I'm talking a ton. But most importantly,
we hug chickens every day.
And we kiss them too, don't forget. We brew coffee from a little coffee roaster in Houston, Texas. Bright and early coffee. Holly Ann, what kind of coffee are we brewing today?
Today is the delicious breakfast blend.
It's good in the afternoon.
Right about now, I need it 24 hours.
It's good. You can use all kinds of creamer with it. You can jazz it up. You can put regular creamer. It's great. Now, we have a code CWTCL 15 for 15% off a bagged coffee. Where should everybody go?
brightandearlycoffee.com.
And if you need K-Cups, go over to Amazon and follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Are you ready to sip some of this delicious breakfast blend coffee and chat?
I am. But first, a word from our sponsor.
We have some exciting news to share from our sponsor, Grubbly Farms. They're here, new and improved, Grubbly's World Harvest.
I'm a longtime subscriber, and my flock love the healthy, nutritious treats, plus orders $40 and more ship free.
If you haven't heard, Grubbly's has a fantastic layer pellet and crumble feed. It's packed with plant and insect protein, perfect for those picky chickens and ducks.
Grubbly Farms makes food and treats for healthy pets and planet.
To support us and Grubbly Farms, use the link grubbly.co/coffee. Try it today.
Your hens work hard laying eggs, so they deserve a feed that works just as hard. Nutrena Naturewise layer feed is now packed with 17% protein to help hens thrive by staying healthy and productive all season long. Head to the link in our bio to learn more or visit NutrenaWorld.com.
Okie dokie. It's about the storm, yeah. About the storm, yeah.
It is about to storm. I don't know. We haven't had a dry day, I don't think, since we came back from England, which is funny.
It was drier in England than it is here.
It was. I mean, and I know that we needed the moisture, but we've been getting storms. Like last night's storm, I think, dropped 3 inches of rain on us.
Ella was the only one that was affected by last night's storm at 3 a.m. I slept through it, but she said it shook the house. The thunder did not wake me up, which is, again, kind of scary, but...
It was a big one. I got up out of bed and went out in the garage to check on the ducklings just to make sure everything was okay. It was a wild one.
Okay, so that brings me to... Yes, yesterday, Holly Ann did get her ducklings from Metzer's Farms, and they're cute as a button. I put a picture up on our stories.
They're so cute. There will be plenty more duckling spam. So I was supposed to get 5 runners, right? The assortment with each of one color.
Right.
But Monday morning, we got a text from the folks at Metzer's because they were out of black runners. And they made what to me was the fatal mistake of offering me a Cayuga instead of a black runner. I love Cayugas, so you know I couldn't say no to the Cayuga. But a Cayuga's not a runner. And so I figured she needed to have a little friend, right? So it wasn't just 4 runners and a Cayuga. So we added a magpie as well.
So now you've got 6 ducklings.
6 ducklings instead of 5. I checked with the husband. He was okay with this.
And you've already said they're way more into the water than the geese were.
Right. So I set the brooder up exactly the same way as I set it up for the geese. No, those ducklings are water goblins. I mean, that's what I call them right now, the water goblins.
I kind of think it's better to get ducks this time of the year versus early spring because if they get into the water, you're a little less worried about getting cold because say you get them in March and April, it could be 32, 35 degrees still occasionally. So
absolutely. They act very, very different than the goslings did. I mean, the goslings like to throw water around, but these babies, they are a whole different ballgame. I love it. I think they're so fun. They're so active. They're so healthy. I was so relieved to take them out of the box and they were so healthy.
They look bigger than chicks also when they first come. In the picture, they look bigger than chicks.
I feel like the runners, when they stand up, look bigger than chicks. But like the little magpie, she's the size of a smaller chick. And the cayuga, she's the size of probably a large breed chick.
Yeah, so you got duck fun over there.
Oh, so much duck fun. They are so cute, so fun. But there's no denying you can't. I mean, it didn't bother me to have to change the brooder a couple times to figure out what worked. I thought it was interesting to do that. But they are their own thing for sure. Water.
Oh, yeah. It's a good time of the year to be about water. We want the chickens to kind of grow a little bit of webbed feet right now and be about water too, because it's warm. It's warm here. It's been a really kind of cool summer up until now, which I have been thanking God for, because last year hit us like a ton of bricks with heat and humidity.
But now it's just tropical and gross. And what comes along with that is bugs. So we've got a lot of bugs.
Oh, it's awful.
And the ducklings? No, the ducklings were chasing gnats around and eating them.
Well, doing their job already. That's
Seriously.
Good. And on that note, if you're listening to our show and you're loving it, head on over to Apple Podcast and leave us a written review. I'm going to tell you, we love reading these reviews that you guys leave us. Your words of encouragement, your words of happiness that we give to you, they really do make our day. So if you have a spare minute to 2 minutes just to type something in there, we would truly appreciate it. It does amazing things for the growth of our show. While you're there, hit that subscribe button for the first reason. You never want to miss this fun. And for the second reason, they count them.
If you're looking for other ways to help support the podcast, you can tell a few chicken, duck, goose, or even turkey-loving friends about us. You can share your favorite episodes on social media. You can become a patron of the show, patreon.com/coffeewiththechickenladies. Join all of our wonderful patrons over on Patreon. And the other thing you can do to help support the show is visit our website and our show notes, use our affiliate links and discount codes, and buy products from our sponsors.
Yay! You know what I love when it's 95 degrees outside?
Being inside.
Well, that too, but I really love cleaning my igloo chicken coop.
Yeah, it is so easy to clean. You don't have to break a sweat.
And you can use a water hose or pressure washer, so it doubles as a cool down. I also love those run covers.
Oh man, the shade is superb. I go into the run to cool off.
Yep, my flock's covered during the heat of the day, just chillin'.
Meanwhile, we're melting on the patio. Seriously, can we get in on this amazing coop design for ourselves?
They're out there living the dream.
So when it's pushing 100 degrees, the right setup matters.
That's why we choose an igloo.
Get your girls their own just in time for summer.
Search Omelette. That's OMLET.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Do you like monthly subscriptions?
Does it have anything to do with chickens?
Of course.
Then yeah. Let us take a minute to tell you about Chicken Love.
You get a monthly Chicken Lady tee, treats for your flock, and a keeper care card.
And did you know with every multi-month subscription, you get a free Chicken Love logo t-shirt?
Really?
Yeah.
It's $36 a month with free shipping.
What are you waiting for? Get off the nest and click already. That's chickenlove.com. That's chickenluv.com. Get your subscription today.
The Breed Spotlight is brought to you by Murray McMurray Hatchery, defining quality for generations. For over a century, Murray McMurray Hatchery has remained a trusted family-owned business, working tirelessly to ensure our poultry meet the highest standards.
Whether you are an experienced enthusiast or just embarking on the journey, look to McMurray Hatchery for guaranteed quality, rare and heritage breeds, low minimums, and all the supplies you need to raise your flock. Request a free catalog today. There once was a chicken, y'all. A chicken, y'all. And we gave this chicken a breed spotlight, y'all. And we also gave him a giant thing of beer. That's a joke. We didn't give him the beer. But it's time for this week's breed spotlight, yeah.
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 Wait, was that supposed to be a German person?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll say this, after spending 10 days in the UK with you, your British accents were getting much better. And I say accents plural because, you have different dialects you can do.
Ew.
But obviously, we seriously need to spend some time in Germany because, woof.
We do. I just have to say this one time. See it, say it, we'll salt it.
Oh my God.
We heard that on the train so many times. And at one point, you were like looking at me like, do not say it again. I was like, say it, and we'll salt it.
It's their equivalent of see something, say something.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But if you said that one more time, you were going to have to mind the gap because I might push you.
Well, I also loved it when you sat next to Neve on the tube and Neve just kept saying, mind the gap between the train and the platform. Mind the gap. And I'm like,
I didn't even pay any attention. I'm so used to the weirdnesses of my family members that I didn't even pay attention to that.
Well, I just fit right in. That's why.
Yes.
Oh, man. Okay. So this week's breed spotlight after all of that is
the Niederrheiner.
The Niederrheiner. It's got a cool name.
The Niederrheiner.
This is a listener request also, and the first time that we have done this chicken.
It's a listener request?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. I just thought you were throwing it out there to me. Okay.
No, it's doing my job, man.
All right. Well, the Niederrheiner is another Uba chicken. The beautiful Niederrheiner is a German heritage breed chicken. They are a dual-purpose breed, and they were developed in the Lower Rhine region of Germany before World War II. This breed is considered at risk by the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. And yes, this is a European breed that you can get here in the US.
Yes, you can. That's important to know.
We'll talk about, obviously, their appearance in a bit, but my overall impression of them since the first time I've seen them is that they're just so gorgeous. They're beautiful chickens.
Most of the German chickens are. Hey, every chicken's gorgeous. Let's not say
they are, but the German chickens have some beauty to them, the Uber chickens. You know what else the Germans do really, really well?
Beer.
Roses. I can't and don't drink the beer, but I do grow me some roses, and I've got some gorgeous, gorgeous German bred roses. Anyway, the two men credited with developing the Niederrheiner breed are Friedrich Regenstein and J. Jobs. I have no idea what the J and J. Jobs stands for. No
Is he related to Steve?
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I just know that that's the other breeder. So they used a Dutch breed known as the North Holland Blue as the primary foundation breed for the Niederrheiner. The Dutch Holland Blue, I thought this was interesting. It's largely derived from the Malines.
Which is one of our favorites. It's one of our favorite chickens.
And like the Malines, they are barred or cuckooed. They are barred or cuckoo patterned. Now, the North Holland Blue was reputed to fare better in the geography and climate around Amsterdam, and they were a very important meat breed in the Netherlands until the American meat breeds began arriving in the mid to late 20th century. So the German breeders, they used these Holland Blues and they crossed them with a mysterious variety of other chickens with differing characteristics and body sizes and whatever other criteria they had. And the result was the Niederrheiner. Now, one thing you want to know, if you're going to look them up, you'll figure this out pretty quickly, but the cuckoo or barred feathers feature very prominently in this breed.
Oh, yeah. It's really pretty. Like, if you can, while you're listening, look it up right now, that feather pattern, so you can see it. And yeah, it's all over the bird. It's great. It's beautiful. So the Niederrheiners are large body chickens with the roosters averaging about 7 to 8 pounds and the hens about 5 to 6.
I saw a note someplace else after I'd written this up that had the cockerels as high as 9 pounds at maturity.
Yeah, so that's a little bigger because 7 to 8 I kind of feel like medium body to large, not, like...
Maybe it is more like 8 to 9 pounds.
Yeah. So they have straight combs, red earlobes, and white legs. That's really pretty. So you don't have to worry about the legs fading. They're already like that white color.
Right.
They have soft feathering similar to some of the British breeds. Now, in Europe, they come in 5 different color varieties. The Creole, the Silver, the Lemon Cuckoo, the Blue Cuckoo, and the Birchen. Here in the U.S., you can find them in the gorgeous Lemon Cuckoo variety. That would have been my favorite.
They're so pretty.
These birds have cream and gold feathering with broken bars, and they're really gorgeous. So honestly, you need to look them up because the barring, you're used to seeing barring on black and white chickens, and it really stands out that way. But barring more on a golden chicken, it gives it a whole different appearance. They definitely are really, really beautiful. So the hens are pretty good layers, generally delivering around 200 large light brown eggs per year. Now, they have been known to go broody and make good mamas when they hatch a clutch. So either you like that or you don't. It's up to you.
Up to you, yes.
Now, the Niederrheiners would make very good homestead birds. Not only are they dual purpose, they are reputed to be gentle and friendly. This is also a good thing.
Yeah, I saw lots of reports that they're really friendly birds. They are fairly tolerant to both heat and cold, like a lot of our basic American chickens that do pretty well. But, like any other bird, those combs and wattles in their feet will need frostbite protection. And their large body size means that they're still going to need some help in extreme heat. And we've got lots of tips for that coming up in our main topic.
Yes, we do.
They are good foragers, they're good layers, and they're all around nice chickens. Now, they are supposed to be auto-sexing, but what we've heard is that the differences in the chick colors, the sexual dimorphism, it's not easy to distinguish at 1 day old. So your choices are either you wait for grow outs or you buy them straight run. It's one or the other.
I mean, because they need to be sexed right when they go out, and that's right after hatch. So their colors aren't developed enough at that point to give you a definitive yes or no. So yeah, it's like either buy them at grow out if you have to, or you're going straight run. They're definitely gorgeous. Now, here's the question. Where do you get them in the U.S.?
Now, I will caution you that for now, they're sold out, but you can get the absolutely gorgeous lemon cuckoo Niederrheiner from McMurray Hatchery.
Of course, because they have beautiful birds, but they do want to warn people that, look, you're going to have to go straight run because they don't want to promise you something they can't deliver.
How beautiful would a flock of Niederrheiners and Bielefelders be?
I was just thinking they remind me very much so of the Bielefelder.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, the broken barring in the Bielefelders is another really, really beautiful feature on them. I just feel like they've got some interesting color patterns we don't usually see, and they're just beautiful birds.
They are.
Are you ready to dive into the fascinating world of backyard ducks? Look no further than Metzer Farms, your premier destination for top quality waterfowl. Whether you're a seasoned breeder or just starting out, Metzer Farms has everything you need to elevate your flock to the next level. And if you're passionate about call ducks, you're in for a treat.
Metzer Farms hatches a stunning variety of call ducks, meticulously bred for their miniature size, beauty, and calm temperament. From snowy whites to vibrant colors, each duck is a masterpiece waiting to grace your backyard. Visit MetzerFarms.com today to browse their extensive selection and start your journey into the wonderful world of waterfowl. Metzer Farms, where passion meets perfection.
If you're looking for a chicken coop that's produced in a planet-friendly, sustainable way, try Nestera.
Each coop is made from highly durable, 100% recycled plastic that keeps the equivalent of up to 2,000 shampoo bottles out of a landfill.
Their clean, modern design will fit into any garden or run area and comes with an industry-beating 25-year warranty and a range of handy accessories.
Simple to put together, so quick and easy to clean, and most importantly, red mite resistant. Your chickens will love it.
Quick shipping from Nestera.us.
For a 5% discount, use the affiliate link in our show notes, on our website, and on Instagram. Link in bio. Check them out today. Let's talk layers. Specifically, how to keep those hardworking hens of yours healthy and laying strong season after season. We're fans of a dependable layer feed, and Nutrena's Naturewise layer pellet and crumble just got even better. Now packed with 17% protein. And more protein means more support for your girls, inside and out, keeping them healthy and productive all year long. Your girls work hard, and their feed should too. If you want to learn more about this all-purpose nutrition, go to the link in our bio or NutrenaWorld.com. Your girls will thank you. Okay, are we ready to move on to main topic? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we've said this multiple times. This is this time of the year, and this is why we're bringing this up now, that we need to address heat stress, what we can do to help it, what we can do to prevent it, what we can do if heat stroke is happening. Let's talk, because this is really valuable information right now for everybody out there and their chickens.
Well, we are coming into a super hot heat spell this week. As this episode drops, we are like on day 3 of a heat wave. So what we've noticed, and anyone who spends any time outside gardening or farming or anything else, it gets hot earlier than ever and it stays hot longer.
Yeah.
So we're going to share some of the best ways to prepare and have things put in place to keep your chickens as comfortable as possible and to help decrease your stress and worry. Some of these are tried and trues that we have been using for years. We have a couple new products to talk about, but either way, prepared, not scared.
Oh, we say this about everything. Don't be scared about this. Have the stuff in place so that you're ready for it. So believe it or not, temperatures starting at about 80 degrees Fahrenheit and upward can be enough to, especially when they're in that coop at night or in the coop during the day laying eggs, any closed-in space can be enough to hold that heat in and stress the bird when they're not acclimated to it. So right now, like our situation is we've had a cool summer so far. So I think we've only had 1 or 2 days that hit 90 so far, and we're in June. So our birds are not going to be 100% acclimated to 100 degrees as this episode comes out. So we will be doing fans and things like that. It's going to be really an important time to keep an eye on your chickens.
Yeah.
So watching them as they come out in the morning, watching them during the day. This isn't a time where there are times when the weather is really just even keel where you can put them out in the morning, let them do their thing, and kind of see them in the evening if you have errands and stuff to do. During heat, you have to be out there multiple times a day because you need to catch something as it happens.
The good news is that your chickens do give you lots of signs that they're getting overheated. Bad news, though, is that in some cases, the heat can overcome them very quickly and they can collapse and die in a surprisingly short space of time.
It's quick.
Frequently checking and making sure they have access to all the things to help them is really important. So studies have found that high temperatures can harm chickens in a variety of ways. They can cause the birds to lose electrolytes and become dehydrated. And having electrolytes out of balance means that there can be some dangerous pH changes in the chicken's body. They can become too acidic or too alkaline, and that can ultimately lead to organ failure. It's pretty scary, actually. Heat can also cause oxidative stress in the chicken's body, where there are too many free radical cells and not enough antioxidants to get rid of them.
So having those electrolyte supplements that are out there, have them on hand. Now, read the packaging very carefully because each company has different instructions on how many days, how many times that you can give this. Because these things are not like, hey, the more you give, the better. They have to be given at a certain pattern to keep everything in balance in the body. So
right.
You want to start, usually they're like 3 days at the tops. It's usually like 5 days of them. And you want to start where, when you need to give them. And that will help the chicken stay. The other thing is keeping the water really cold, adding ice or frozen bottles of water to the water to keep the water cold is important to keep them drinking those electrolytes out of the water.
Right. The electrolytes, you don't have to go super fancy. Some of these are pretty low cost. You can just get the Save It Chick envelopes.
Yep.
Several really good brands make them now. You should be able to grab them on Amazon or Chewy or at your local feed store. Like you were saying, they can save your bird, but they can also be harmful if you use them at too strong a dose or for too long. And if you're really worried about this, one of the best things you can do is give them natural sources of electrolytes and water. So watermelon and cantaloupe melons, a lot of other fruits too, but these are the two highest.
Yep.
Watermelon and cantaloupes are naturally high in lycopene, which is an electrolyte. So if you want to give your birds chilled cantaloupe or watermelon every day, have at it. It really, really helps keep them hydrated and balanced.
See, at this point in time, you do want to have their food available to them, but hydration, just like with people, is so important, keeping those fluids going through. I mean, I also change the water about 3 times a day. So you can start off with the cold electrolytes in the morning, let them drink that till about midday. And then you could even switch it up to regular water midday with ice or add those ice packs frozen water bottles to the water to keep them drinking it, and the cold fruit. You can even freeze the fruit because it's going to defrost quickly out in the hot. So
Right. If your water is in the shade or under cover, that's half the battle there, but not everyone has that. So
yeah.
And even if it's in the shade, if it's deadly hot out there, I'll go out and change it to cool water too.
Here's a tip from me. If you don't have shade, you can go to our old favorite Five Below, where not everything's Five Below at this point. But Five Below has beach umbrellas for $5. So if you can put that post in the ground over your water with an umbrella over that water, you can keep that with shade over it during the most hot times. Last year, I think I bought like 4 or 5 of these umbrellas and put them out around the run to give them more shade than I had. So yeah, I mean, keeping it cool, the shade is really important.
You can also, some birds really like to get their feet wet. So you can also put out shallow pans. I mean, they might drink it too, but more importantly, they can get in there and get their feet wet. Brahmas seem to like to get their feet wet, and some of the other birds. I know you've got Margot over there who likes to foot dip.
Yeah, I mean, and baby pools are great. I have them. You just have to switch the water out daily for the baby pools.
One caveat here. On a hot day like this, don't dunk your whole bird.
No.
Because, I mean, if you get them drenched like that, they can kind of steam. I mean, every now and again, I've seen people with chickens swimming, but I think they don't get themselves completely drenched when they swim.
No, the baby pools are just a bigger place to have a foot bath, basically. So you can have more chickens in there at one time if they want to. They don't really love it. They don't like water, except for Margot. But you know, you can even just put them in for a few seconds and hold their feet in the water, because that's where the heat's coming out of, to cool their bodies down.
And I will tell you, if on the rare occasion we've had a bird that was really suffering with heat, Rambo's my example. Because he came out of a coop one morning in heat distress. And so I sprinted to the house with him. Pete got a shallow bowl with cold water, so he put his feet right in the cold water, and then we got wet cold towels to put on his comb, like wet cold compress.
Right.
And it really did work very well. But because he's so heavily feathered, one of the things we were trying to avoid is getting more than just his feet feathers wet.
Right, exactly.
Because I think it just, if they're drenched head to toe, I think you just get this kind of steam effect that's not good.
Well, the first thing is after that is to bring them in the AC and do these things and get them out of the heat first thing as fast as you can, because they can succumb to this heat stress or the stroke pretty quickly. It's really quick. And the big body, the fluffy birds, those with the small combs and wattles, those are more susceptible because they're made to be out in the cold, not the heat.
Right. The small combs and wattles diffuse a lot of heat.
Yeah.
Which is why the Mediterraneans and birds like that have big combs and wattles. Let that heat out. But on these little guys, and Rambo, again, has tiny combs and wattles because he's a Duclay, they don't have a lot of way to get that heat out of their body. The other birds I would watch very carefully are elderly birds.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Seniors, keep a good eye on them.
I mean, to start it off, shade. You got to have shade.
It's worth its weight in, well, beyond worth its weight in gold. And then there's shade and there's deep shade. Not everyone's lucky enough to have deep shade. And deep shade occurs where the sun almost never hits a spot.
Right.
But not everyone's lucky enough to have that.
Now, if you have an elevated coop, that dirt that's under the coop is that deep shade. So birds can get under there. The ground is cooler as you dig down.
Right.
So if you see a bird getting in and digging into the dirt, they're cooling their bodies off that way too. So by having an elevated coop, you are giving them that deep shade right there. You can add umbrellas that stay up. I always take them down because I'm worried about if a storm comes, it's gonna, be at whatever. But that's the other thing. Now, I also have a mister that I just bring out and mist everybody slightly. It's not getting anybody really wet. It's just bringing some cool water to the area. And like I said before, keeping that water cold so that they want to drink it is really, really, really important.
So occasionally you'll see someone say, fans don't do anything for chickens because chickens don't sweat. But that is not correct. Fans in coops especially, they'll circulate the air, and while they circulate the air, they're pulling hot air away from the chickens. They're keeping the air moving, and moving air is cooler air, and it really does help enormously inside of the coop. Because without fans, some of these coops will become just hot boxes.
And they are, no matter what you try to do, the coops, they're not meant to be super airy because they're meant to keep them safe from predators.
Right.
So you don't want something that's going to be, and if you open windows, you need to make sure that those screens, everything, that they are safe from somebody just poking a hole in them and getting into the coops. Those are the things. The fans, in my experience, help immensely just by moving air. You need to move that air.
We use Vornado brand fans, which are not cheap, but you can put them in the middle of the coop and point them at the ceiling, and they circulate air through that whole coop. It really helps.
Well, keep it in mind, hot air rises. Cold air falls, hot air rises.
The other thing you can do, this works really well if you have plastic coops because they're very well insulated. So you can take advantage of that, and you can wrap up ice packs in Ziploc bags or in towels and tuck them into your plastic coops. They will it acts like a cooler.
Right.
They will bring the temperature down substantially. We do that with all of our omelet coops.
I will be doing that with my omelet coop this summer for sure. And the omelet coops, I like this setup because the Pro has 3 nest boxes, and you can put a fan in every nest box. So it's not even taking away from their floor space, their place to lay down, and point it directly into the coop from the nest box. 3 of them, and just keep that air moving as much as possible.
That's great. You can use small window fans in some of your coops, bigger fans or multiple fans. Your primary objective is to keep that air moving. Moving air, cooler air, it will help your chickens enormously.
Now, if I had electricity back there, I would have a window unit. There's no doubt I would put a little mini window AC unit. Now, I'm always wondering about in the stores like Walmart, and they have those little portable ACs that you can use.
The thing with that is you have to keep it from getting too cool.
Exactly.
Because while people always say, oh, if you heat your coop, your chickens are going to die if the power turns off. That's not true, but the opposite is true.
Exactly.
A cool chicken going into very hot temperatures, that can cause some shock. Yeah.
That's actually more dangerous than the other.
Oh, it's far more dangerous. Every study out there has proven that.
Yeah. I mean, for people too, for heat, for that way.
Yeah.
And their little hearts, their hearts are beating so fast. The pressure of the heat, that brings us to like added exertion. Don't have your dogs chasing the chickens around.
Right.
Don't have the kids chasing the chickens.
You want to make sure there's no bullying. You want to put off any non-essential healthcare or maintenance, anything like that. Don't try to integrate youngsters into a flock when it's this hot. Anything you can do to keep them as low stress as possible.
This is a good time, and this is what I do too. If you have them in a giant run, mine are in giant runs, and if there's not really good shade spots at the moment, I will be outside with them and take them out of the runs and supervise free range them in a super cool shady spot where they can dig in the dirt and just sit out there and read a book while they're in a cooler area. So keeping an eye, if you can, that's always good. I always feel like the summers are harder to regulate than the winters because the winters you have panel heaters and I can bring mine in to the garage.
Right.
Here, I feel like I have less because my garage gets hot too, and I don't have electricity back there. So yes, I am looking at fans on Amazon in all different fashions that I can get back there. Ones that may have a solar panel with them so that they can draw sunlight and then a run off of that is great. I just saw them for the first time on Amazon. Never saw them on there before.
You can also get fans that have rechargeable batteries. We were using them for a long time, but we've switched all of the coops over to electric fans.
Yeah.
Just because they have more steady air moving. But we used the battery fans for years and they worked very well.
They work great. It's just you're spending a lot more in battery. So like if you can
I'm
recharge,
talking about the ones with rechargeable batteries.
Oh, yeah. No, not mine.
I know. Yours were just batteries. But
I was like, damn, woman.
You can get the rechargeable batteries and they do work really well. Now, if this is your first season with chickens, some of the things you're going to look for, open beak breathing, open mouth breathing, holding the wings out from the body, and
separating from the flock.
Yeah. And if they're too far along, like the combs and wattles can start to get pale because they're just going in a not good direction.
Here's a good rule. If it's hot to you, it's hot to them.
Well, it's probably even hotter to them because if their body temperature is like 105 to 106 degrees.
So if you're looking in, putting your head in a coop and you're like, I can't stand this, they are feeling the same exact way. Fans are your best friend, a plethora of all different kinds. Keep that air moving, keep the water cool. Certain snacks, like we said, melons are going to balance those electrolytes, grapes, apples, all these different things.
Juicy things.
Yes, that are better to give in the summer than the winter. We have a different episode where we talk about treats of all seasons. And that's so true because you want to give something that's going to help hydrate and keep the body cooler. So frozen blueberries are great.
Oh, yeah. Berries of any type are great. Now, if you must bring a chicken into the AC, say you have someone who's, in bad shape and you need to get them into the AC, that's fine. But you have to keep him or her in the AC until the temperatures have gone down substantially.
You have to have an acclimation process all over again. So plan on having them in for a day or two until things cool down.
If you've got a 5-day heat wave, then you're going to have to keep them in 5 days. They cannot go out until the temperatures are regulated. So as always, if you need help, you can reach out to us. Be smart, watch those coops at night, and try to stay cool.
Be prepared, not scared. That is the key. Go out and have all these things ready to go. Have your batteries, your electrolytes, your fruits, your vegetables. Have the time.
The ice
and
packs.
Have the fans. Yeah, the ice packs. Have everything ready.
If you're using ice packs, what we ended up doing is just buying extra ones so we could rotate them.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than going out at 3 p.m. and saying, gosh darn it, I forgot to take the ice pack back into the freezer.
I've done that with fans, and I'm like, oh, no, I got to charge this. So the other thing is, if you get in a pinch, you can use gallon-sized jugs, fill them with water, and then put them in your freezer. It works the same.
It does.
So, yeah, you get a pinch. Like Holly Ann said, if you need us, we're here. If you have any questions, please message us. You'll get me, and we'll be good. We'll answer your questions to the best of our ability.
Our friends at Good Eggs solve the age-old question of how should I wash my eggs?
They're chicken people just like us who created the original silicone egg scrubber.
Both Chrissy and I use their brush and natural enzyme wash every time.
It's a total game changer.
It makes cleaning eggs so much faster and easier, plus they have a lifetime guarantee.
Good Egg is a small family business right here in the U.S., and they donate 10% of all profit directly to folks affected by cancer.
Go check them out at goodeggstuff.co.
That's goodeggstuff.co. Tell them Chrisie&Holly sent you. Okay, past the hot weather, we're going to need a drink to calm down from this. So are we ready for
cracking the eggs?
Cracking those eggs. And I need a little drink to calm my nerves from the heat and my chickens and everything else.
Well, after I point out to you that a cocktail is not going to hydrate you, really.
I don't care.
Then yes, if we're just talking about a drink because it's been a rough one, absolutely.
Hey, I'll take a cocktail in one hand and a glass of water in the other. I'll hydrate and drink my cocktail all the same. And, there's something really good about fancy cocktails. And
it's fun. Now, this is the last week of June, so this is the last of our strawberry recipes. And we're doing a strawberry gin sour.
So good.
So the gin is in honor of the UK because there are some gin drinking fools over there.
Oh, yeah. We did the hard cider tour over in the UK, and we got some excellent ciders.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you.
We got some really good cider. Yeah. It was fun.
Okay. So first, we need to make the simple syrup, and I'm going to go through the ingredients that we're going to need for this. That's 4 ounces of strawberries, stems removed and sliced, a bit under a cup, a half a cup of water, and a half a cup of granulated sugar.
You're going to combine the strawberries, the water, and the sugar in a saucepan over medium-high heat. Bring it to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, and cook for about 20 minutes until the strawberries are very soft. You want to carefully strain those strawberries out of the simple syrup and make sure you don't press down on them like with a spoon to get all the juice out. The reason why is because that will make your syrup cloudy, and you want this beautiful strawberry clear syrup.
Oh, yeah.
You can chill the syrup, pop it right in the fridge to chill, and reserve those strawberries for ice cream or something else yummy. You can use them with something else.
Now, in the cocktail shaker, you're going to combine a 1/4 cup of gin, or if you use more, I'm not going to judge, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of your strawberry syrup. So you can make a lot of drinks with this. It's going to last you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And 1 egg white.
You're going to shake all of that stuff together in your cocktail shaker. Then you're going to add a handful of ice and shake it again. Strain it into a chilled champagne coupe or some other fancy glass and enjoy.
And watch your chickens, have those fans going, have your cocktail, and enjoy the summertime. I mean,
For me,
why not?
It's the egg white that makes it because it just looks so pretty on top of the pink cocktail, your frothy egg white.
It's frothy.
It's frothy.
Yes, it is. It is. So try it. You might like it. You might love it. And know that we're going to be out at our farms, our homesteads, doing the same thing. We're drinking our cocktails with our chickens. Okay, so let's move on to retail therapy. Retail therapy. Yeah. This week's retail therapy is
Chicken music boxes. I still have the same bewildered look on my face as I did when you first suggested it.
They exist, and there's one I want so bad.
Apparently they are a thing, yeah. I mean, and honestly, if they're chicken music boxes, they're probably duck and goose music boxes too.
That might have to be a different retail therapy where we look those up.
I don't think they each need their own retail therapy. That's just my opinion. I think we can
what
do
are the ducks and geese going to think? We need their own retail therapy for music.
This is just poultry. We don't need more than one poultry music box retail therapy. I think we can do it all in one. It's okay.
So there's so many I like in here, but there is one that I love. And it's a hen in a bonnet pushing a baby carriage with the chicks tucked in. And it's a music box.
So are most of these new, like contemporary items, or are there vintage ones?
This one's vintage. The one that I really like, it's vintage.
Like circa what?
Let's see. Item details.
I mean, roughly.
I think it's mid-century, 50s, 60s.
Okay.
And I mean, vintage from before 2000. That's what they're, I don't know. But this one, I love. Now, you can get them on Etsy. There's ones that are just like little jewelry boxes that you kind of open up and they have a little music box inside.
Okay.
And they range, the one I like is like $30-some plus shipping, and they range in prices. So you can have like the figurine music boxes kind of thing. Those are the ones I like.
Okay.
But you also have like the ones where you lift up the box and it
Lift
sings.
the lid, yeah.
Yeah. But there's so many on here. This one right here comes with a book. Okay. You can't see it.
Huh.
It's $52. It's Sally Henny Penny Schmid rotating music box, vintage from the 1980s. This one's vintage from the 1980s.
So are we.
Hen and Chicks figurine from Beatrice Potter, Ginger and Pickles, and it comes with a storybook with it.
Oh, with a Beatrix Potter book. That's adorable.
Yeah, so cute. Now, if you were about to have a baby and you were doing a little chick nursery, good thing my girls were born way back because they would definitely have had chick nurseries now.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Were the case.
It would have been like, Mom, no more chickens.
I'm sick of chickens. So this is a great gift if you have a friend who's you're going to a baby shower and she's a chicken lady. The little chick music box, excellent gift for a baby shower, for a nursery, or just to give a baby like an heirloom to kind of keep a hold of. But there's a lot of them. 5-minute vacation.
Did you find most of these on Etsy? Is that the most lucrative place to look?
There's some on Etsy. There's one Vintage 1979, Burnham and Anderson, Japan, chicken rooster drum music box. I can't show it to you because my phone never lights up
That's
on here.
okay.
But it's a rooster standing on a drum, beating a drum, and it's a music box.
Weird.
They're cute as anything, man.
All
They're
right.
so cute.
It just sounded weird.
No, there's so many of them out here.
Okay.
So look them up. You're going to find the one that I love with the hen who's pushing the carriage.
That's the Beatrix Potter one.
No, this was another one. The Beatrix Potter
I'm
was
mixing them
another
all
one.
up. I'm getting confused.
Well, which one are you buying me for my birthday? Come on.
It's a secret.
I'm telling you which one I want.
I hear you.
I'm just joking.
I hear you.
On that note, let's just tell everybody what we're going to be talking about next week.
Next week. Next week is the first week in July, and that means we are going to spotlight the Hamburg. Main topic is chickens in colonial America.
4th of July week.
Right. Clearly, we're doing some early American. We're going to do some early American chickens through the month of July. Cracking the eggs, Ella's Summer Fruit Cobbler, which looks amazing. I can't wait to test that one.
And let me tell you, I've tasted it. It's good.
I know. I can't wait. And retail therapy for a little bit of fun. We're doing 4th of July poultry teas, and you'll be surprised at how many there are out there.
There's a ton. I'm talking a ton.
Yeah.
What should we tell everybody to do until next week?
Hug your chickens, ducks, geese, and turkeys.
Every day and kiss them too. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you'd like to see more of us, please follow us on Instagram at Coffee with the Chicken Ladies. If you'd like to help us grow the podcast, please leave us a written review on Apple Podcasts. If you'd like to become a patron of the show, please visit our Patreon page, patreon.com/Coffee with the Chicken Ladies. Thanks for listening.
Ho, ho, ho.